Let's get fired up!
Set to kick off for Phillipsburg, number 21, back deep for Smith Center, number 1, Nathan Yeager, and number 34, Bentley Montgomery. First down and 10, Smith Center. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Gain of 11 brings up first down and 10 on the Panthers' 49-yard line.
Come on, D, let's go!
Yeah, the Smith Center's getting a lot of movement on that. It'd be the Panthers' right side, Smith Center's left side. They're just moving the people back. The Panthers going to have to shore that up a little bit.
Second down and 3 for the Redmen. Ball at the Panther 42-yard line. Redmen go left to right on your radio dial as Yeager breaks the huddle, sends Kelch out to the right. Wayman the tight end on the left side. Franklin the fullback, Montgomery, and Kirchhoff the running backs. Yeager awaits a snap from his junior center. There's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Franklin off the right side this time. And he's going to be close to another first down.
That time the Panthers did a lot better job. Johnson in there along with Miller. It looks like Hughes maybe the tackle for the Panthers.
Let's see. And they are going to give him the first down, so first and 10 for the Redmen. 3 carries for Luke Franklin, 2 first downs, and the Redmen moving into Panther territory. 39-yard line is where the ball is at, as now Jacob Kirchhoff heads to the sideline. We'll catch who came in for him at running back as soon as they break the huddle.
Panthers stay in that 5-man front.
Looks like Jason Dabian in at running back as he and Nolan Lehman switched off at tight end last week, but Kirchhoff a little banged up after last week as they handed off this time to Montgomery around the left side. He gets to the outside, and he's going to be brought down out of bounds close to another first down run.
Yeah, the left side of Smith Center is just really doing a good job getting off the ball and making Panthers aren't getting any contact until he's about 6 yards down the field.
That's the Hairsnake brothers, and then Nolan Lehman at tight end over there on that left side of the line, as looks like they're going to give Bentley a gain of 9 on the play. Second down and 1, ball right at the Panther 30-yard line. We have 10 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. 10:09 exactly as Kelch split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager once again. Lehman the tight end on the left side. There's a snap. They're going to hand this one off to Kirchhoff, and Kirchhoff going to dive forward for a gain of 5, and then a late fumble. But it looks like ball going to be at the 25-yard line. It looks like one of the Redmen was able to recover it. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Redmen.
Looked like there might have been a little confusion in the backfield as they kind of ran into each other, but still got it up for 4 or 5 yard gain and first down.
1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line for the Redmen as they are moving left to right on your radio dial. Ball in Panther territory as Kelch again split out to the right. Lehman, the tight end, Dabian now in the tight end on the left side. Kirchhoff, Montgomery, and Franklin in the backfield behind Yeager.
Panthers show blitz.
Yeager going to keep it himself this time around the left side. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot him down at the 19.
Yeah, the Panthers had the middle plug that time, but the quarterback made a good call, pulled the ball down, and just went around the end.
Looks like second down and a long 4, or a long 3 short 4 here. Ball right around the 19-yard line. 9:34 left to go here in the first quarter. First drive of the ball game is the Redmen. This will be play number 7. Yeager gets the snap, hands this one off to Montgomery around the left side. He cuts back middle, and the Panthers going to make a good defensive stop there to bring up the first 3rd down of the drive.
Yeah, that was Burrish and Miller coming over. Miller from the defensive end. Burrish plugged the middle and stopped it for a short gain, maybe a yard or so, yard and a half.
Going to bring up 3rd down and about 2 for the Redmen. Ball at the, let's call it the 17-yard line. 9:05 and counting left to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless here at Panther Stadium. First drive of the ball game for the Redmen. They are on play number 8 of this drive. Kelch split out to the right. Dabian the tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind Yeager, Franklin, Montgomery, and Kirchhoff. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Franklin right up the middle. He's met in the backfield, and they are going to give him back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The Panthers read that one well. They had 2 guys blitzing, so they came on the inside holes, and there was just no place to run. They actually lost the yard, looks like.
Seth Keaton in on the tackle. There's one of the Keaton twins that you were talking about having a big second half last week. Well, starting already this week. So call it no gain on the play after that tackle by Seth Keaton. So 4th down and 2 for the Redmen as they will be going for it here. 4th and 2 from the Panthers 17-yard line. 8:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Yeager sets him down. He awaits the snap from Cade Sass. There's the snap. He's going to follow Franklin through the hole, and he's going to be close to the first down marker. It's all going to depend on the spot here.
Yeah, this is going to be very close. I don't think he got it, but, well, all right, depends on where he spotted it. He rolled on top of the pile, so.
All right. Going to be seeing that. This is a good call by the refs. Bring the chains out and make sure one way or the other, but it is going to be very, very close.
Panthers did the last 2 plays, did a real good job plugging that middle and just filling all the holes.
As they pull him strong and by the nose of the football, it's a first down.
First down, Smith Center.
So that extra roll right there at the end is what got him the first down. But you mentioned the Panthers defense doing a great job those last 2 plays. And unfortunately, that little bit of a roll on top of one of the players got the Redmen the first down that time.
Yeah, Smith Center's moved it from their own 40 now just outside the Panther 20 or 15-yard line. So they've got a good drive going.
So we'll call it 1st and 10. That ball grazing the 15. So a little easier math that way for a statistician. Call it 15-yard line, 1st and 10 from there. There's a snap from Sass. They hand it off to Montgomery. He goes off the left side. He's going to get back. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Again, Bursch does a good job rolling through there. Blew that play up and then had help from the linebacking core.
Looks like 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 14-yard line. 7:15 left to go here in the first quarter.
You got to watch something from the outside for the Redmen.
Lehman, the tight end on the left side. Kelch split out to the right. Has Montgomery, Kirchhoff, and Franklin in the wishbone set behind him. There's a snap. They're going off the right side this time as Yeager going to pull it, keep it himself, gets to the outside, and he breaks one tackle and falls forward for a gain of a couple.
That time that Hatchet made a good initial, turned it back in and had some help from his friends from the inside. And it, like I say, he got a couple yards maybe. So, but puts his Redmond in a 3rd down and long for the first time tonight.
3rd down and about 7. Or 3rd down and long, 7 short, 8 here. Ball right there around the 17, 18 yard line. Or excuse me, 13, 14 yard line. 3rd down and long nonetheless. Looks like they on the scoreboard they have 3rd and 8, ball at the 13, so that's what we'll go with.
Let's go!
6:10 and counting left to go. As Yeager brings him up to the line. Goes with the hard count, and there's the first hard count of the ball, the Smith Center hard count. They only used it once last week, and it worked this time to bring up 3rd down and short.
Well, that could be a killer for the Panthers.
3rd down and 3 is a whole lot different than 3rd down and 8. That opens the playbook up a little bit more for you. See what Coach Sass has drawn up for this play as Davian heads to the sideline. Lehman going to come back in at tight end. 6 minutes and counting left to go here in the first quarter. So already 6 minutes off the clock here is the Redmen, that typical Redmen drive. They just take their sweet time and push it down the field, and that's what they've done so far. High snap. Yeager corrals it. They give it to Kirchhoff. He gets across the 5 down to about the 3 yard line.
It'll be first and goal to go for the for the Smith Center there. It's that 5 yard penalty offsides really helped the Redmen here.
This will be play number 13 of the drive. Excuse me, play number 14 of the drive. No, play 13. It's hot. I can't count.
We may use that all night, folks, just in case.
Exactly. Ball's at the 3 yard line. There's a snap. They hand it off to Franklin. He pushes it across the goal line. No signal yet. Touchdown, Redmen. Luke Franklin from 3 yards out with 4:57 left to go. Here in the first quarter, the Redmen strike first and lead 6-0.
That was just right up the middle. Not a whole lot you can do. You get a little movement on that offensive line, and the Panthers just were backed up against their old goal line there. But again, that 5 yard penalty really comes into a big play there, as it makes it very hard for the Panthers to come up with that stop after going for 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 3.
So a 13-play drive for the Redmen that started at their own 40-yard line. Took over 7 minutes off the clock, as now they're going to line up for 2. Don't really have a field goal kicker this year. So going to line up for 2 as Yeager's back to pass, throws it into the flats, and Kirchhoff hauls it in. 2-point conversion is good, and the Redmen lead 8-0 with 4:57 left to go in the first quarter. We're going to take a timeout here. We'll be back with more first quarter action in the Panthers' first drive of the ball game right after this, as you're listening to MCL Football on KKN and KQMA.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you.
Oh, he comes down the middle of the field, caught by one of the up guys. That's, I'm not sure who that is. Well, Rodriguez, as he's thrown out of bounds, but he runs it back to about the 32, maybe 33-yard line. And the Panthers will start 1st and 10 from that spot.
Nice little return. Sets up the Panthers a fairly good starting field position. Across the 30, can't be too upset about that.
We'll see what the Panthers offense can do this week. As like I say, had a lot of struggles last week. We'll see if they can do something here now. Panthers come out in their wishbone formation. Everybody in tight. And we have the ball headed off to Hatcher. Hatcher right up the middle. And he gouges ahead for about 8 or 9 yards.
Nice run. Nice blocking by the guys up front that time. Looked like Ford and Hughes over there on the left side doing a nice job opening up that hole for Hanchett.
So it brings up 2nd, let's call it 1 for the Panthers as they have their yards here. Now they split one wide out to each side. Ford works out of the shotgun, takes the ball and drops it, and then has to fall on it. So there's going to be a loss on the play.
I think loss of what, about 3?
Yeah, it's going to be about 2 or 3, yeah. So it's going to bring up, let's call it 3rd, and a long 3, short 4 for the Panthers.
Mark sends me updates from the games. He said that Hill City Net City game, 7:48 left to go in the first, and there's already been 5 lost fumbles.
So the Panthers goes back to the wishbone. Ford takes it, hands off to Johnson. Johnson trying to bounce in, spins inside, gets a short gain. That's going to bring up 4th down, and let's call it a good 2.5 yards for the Panthers.
Luke Franklin in on the tackle for the Redmen, coming in from that linebacker position.
So will the Panthers go for it early here on their own field? I don't know.
It's a short 4th down play, so it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
Panthers line up. They're in their flexible position. They just try to draw. They do go for it. They hand the ball off right up the middle, and it looks like he might have the first down. That's a surprise.
Nice run by Rodriguez right up the middle. Didn't get a lot, but got enough for the first down, and sometimes that's all you need to kind of start to build that momentum up a little bit.
Ball placed at the Panther 44-yard line, so the Panthers pick up a first down here. Now, Miller goes to the near side. Everybody else in tight. Partial wishbone for the Panthers. Ford pitches it back to Hatchett. Hatchett cuts up, takes it outside, makes one guy miss. Dives ahead. We have a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards on the run.
Nice run by Hanchett. Going to be brought down by Kirchhoff for the Redmen. He comes in from that outside linebacker position. But Hanchett, nice moves in the backfield. Made a couple guys miss early.
Johnson did a good job blocking. Got a good block that he cut back behind. So 2:35 to go here in the opening quarter. Get Smith Center on top, 8-0. Panthers trying to get into Smith Center territory. Again, one wide out to the far side. They hand the ball off right up the middle. He breaks one tackle, rolls forward for a gain of about 3. It's going to bring up a short 3rd and a short for the Panthers.
Another nice run there by the Panthers. So other than that one fumble, they've been ahead of the sticks the entire drive so far. So they're doing a good job so far. See if they can keep this momentum going.
3rd, let's call it a short 2. Panthers go back to their flex mode. One wide out to the near side. One back behind Ford. Now back comes in motion. They take the ball, hand it off to Rodriguez, and he's met right at the line, and he's not going to get anything as there was no blocking for him at all on that side.
Colton Hairsnake met him at the line of scrimmage and then drove him back about 8 yards before they finally blew it dead, but they're going to say right at the line of scrimmage to bring up, 4th down?
4th, and let's call it now almost 2.5, 3 yards for the Panthers.
So they went for it last time on 4th down, assuming they'll probably go for it again this time.
The backs run hard, but they have to have a place to run. Now they go back to the wishbone. Ford sets him down, looks over the defense, takes the ball, hands off to Johnson. Johnson trying to bounce out, trying to use leg drive. I don't think he's going to get there. He's going to come up short.
Looks like Hairsnape there again. Kelch is there as well. And Eli Franklin there for the Redmen on the stop. So So turnover on downs for the Panthers on their first drive. But until that third down play, they were ahead of the sticks except for that one fumble early in the drive. But they were it seemed like they were starting to get some things moving there.
Yeah, Seth Keaton along with Eli Skipper coming in for the Panthers defensively. So we'll see if the Panthers can come up with a stop. After the Panthers settled down, they played good defense.
So the Redmen start at their own 47-yard line, second drive of the ball game. They go left to right on your radio dial. There's a snap. They hand it off to Montgomery. He follows his blockers around the left side, gets across midfield, and then pushed out of bounds at about the Panther 47-yard line.
Just right off the right side again. Gain of about 5, maybe even a little more.
Looks like he's brought down by number 56, Jeremy Ford, and number 57.
See where they... It's like...
Yeah, flag. I missed that.
I didn't see the flag either. All right, then. So I guess instead of about second down and a 5, it's going to push the Redmen back.
There was a flag on the play, holding Smith Center.
So 10-yard penalty on the Redmen. So instead of second down and about 5, it's now first down and
17.
About 17.
There was a spot fouls, so it goes from the spot. So
ball spotted back at the 39-yard line, and the Redmen need the Panther 43 for a first down as Yeager has a wishbone behind him. There's a snap. They hand this one off. No, Yeager keeps himself around the right side. Gets a good block from Montgomery. Cuts back across the 45 up to about the 46.
Picked up most of that penalty yard as he's going to be short of the original stick. So, gain of about 6-7 yards. Brings up, like you say, maybe a second and 11, Jess?
That's what it looks like. It's about right at the 46, so second down and 11. Dabian heads to the sideline.
Brings up second down the 11.
Clock continues to run. We're about 30 seconds here left in the first quarter. Gets Smith Center on top, 8-0.
So Montgomery going to be in the backfield with Franklin and Kirchhoff. Kelch split out to the right. Lehman, the tight end, on the left side. Second down and 11 from their own 46-yard line is what the Redmen face. There's the snap. They hand this one off to Kirchhoff. He's hit in the backfield, but able to spin off that initial hit, get across the original line of scrimmage to bring up third down and about 9.
Johnson and Miller in on the top for the Panthers.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter as the Smith Center Redmen lead the Phillipsburg Panthers 8-0 after quarter number 1. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this as you're listening to MCL Football on KKN and KQMA.
They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
It seemed like they were starting to get something going. We'll see how this game goes. But right now, 8-0, Smith Center leads as they face third down and short 8 here. Or long 8, short 9 from about their own 48-yard line. Redmen now go right to left on your radio dial. There's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Franklin right up the middle. He goes off the right side, and he's going to pick up a couple. Gets across the 50 and not a whole lot else.
That time the Panthers' defensive line did a good job. Smith Center tried to blow back off the ball, and that time they stood their ground pretty well. Like you mentioned, gain of about two 2.5 or so. Brings up a very interesting 4th down for Smith Center.
So 4th down and let's call it 6. Yeah, 4th down and 6. Well, that line against the 43-yard line. We'll see if early here in the first half, still just started the second quarter, see if Coach Sass decides to go for it here.
Hard count.
If he, probably. Or if he's going to punt this away and try to play field position. Looks like right now they're out there with the offense. Is Yeager going to get the ball? Going to go counter with Montgomery around the right side. He's got an opening. Montgomery cuts back. He's at the 35-30, 25-20. It's a foot race at the 10. 5, touchdown, Bentley Montgomery from 49 yards out. The Redmen on the board as they now lead the Phillipsburg Panthers here at Panther Stadium with 11 minutes left to go in the first half as Montgomery got an opening as they, again, punch it across and now lead 14-0.
Reversed field by the quarterback, caught the Panthers sliding one way. Once he got through that initial line, he found the hole and hit it very quickly.
So there's the speed that we were waiting for from the Redmen backs that we didn't get to see last week necessarily. Montgomery did a great job, read his blocks, and then had one cutback to make and got around the last line of defense for the Panthers, and it was just a foot race to the end zone after that.
Now we have a little bit of a delay.
Well, looks like now we're getting ready to go here. 11 minutes left to go here in the first half. The Redmen on the board. 4-play drive. Started at their own 47-yard line. So they line up to go for 2 here. Last time they threw it as Davian's in at the backfield. Yeager going to follow Franklin through the hole. He's going to be close, and there is a signal. 2-point is good. So with that, makes it 16-0. Smith Center leads Phillipsburg with 11 minutes left to go in the first half. You're listening to MCL Football on KKN and KQMA.
Watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium. Jesse Ray alongside Jay Blair as a 49-yard touchdown run by Bentley Montgomery. 2-point conversion was good. The Redmen now lead 16-0 as Jacob Kirchhoff getting set to tee off for the Redmen.
Panthers need to really answer here in this first half. 11 minutes just underway to go in the second quarter. Panthers had a little bit of momentum going on their offensive series, the first one, but now with the way the Redmen can chew up time, they really need to get something going. Kickoff comes down, picked up by one of the back guys again. Looks like that's Rodriguez. He cuts up, lowers his head, and then he gets it out to about the 37-yard line. Panthers will start 1st and 10 from that spot.
As looks like Jacob Kirchhoff, the one for the Redmen to bring him down. You know, you mentioned it, Jay. They had something going that last drive. They even overcame a fumble and still picked up a first down after that. So they're starting to get things going. It just that one third down play where it was Devin Johnson against Colton Hairsnape, and they couldn't get anything going that time after that.
So the Panthers come out in the wishbone. Ford takes the ball, hands off to second back. Hatchet follows his blocking, lowers his head, gets it up over the 40 to maybe close to the 41-yard line.
Nice little run there by Hanchett to pick up a nice little gain to get ahead of the chains here on after that first down play.
So let's call it 2nd and a long 6 for the Panthers. Clock continues to run here. This is quarter number 2. Panthers trailing it 60-0. Now they keep everybody in tight, stay in the wishbone formation. Ford looks over the defense. Low snap, hands the ball off. No, he keeps it around the end. Fakes the pitch, cuts it back. He's got a little bit of a lane, lowers his head, and he's up over the 50 to about the Redmen 47.5-yard line.
So nice run there by Ford. Nice fake by Ford as first handoff was good. Fake handoff and then fake the pitch as well to pick up that first down run.
So the Panthers got something going here now. See if they can maintain it here. Ball is in the Redmen side of the field. They send one wide out. They break the wishbone. That goes in motion. They hand the ball off to Hanchett. Hanchett, Barry got through the line but lost his footing. Dives ahead for a short gain of a maybe yard and a half or so. 2 maybe at the most.
A couple different Redmen in there. I think Colton Hairsnape, one of the first ones to hit him though. Eli Franklin comes out. Kate Sass comes back in, a middle linebacker.
Same formation for the Panthers. One wide out to the far side. Partial wishbone. Ford wants to throw. Now he throws the ball out in the flats. Got Johnson over there. Makes one spinning move. Dives ahead. And I think he might have a first down. Going to be awful close.
First pass of the ball game for either team.
It does result, I think, in a first down. Now they're waiting to mark it. Yeah, they're going to... I don't think he got a very good spot, but they are going to say officials, they're going to bring the chains in. But that opens up the playbook a little, Jesse.
It does.
If you keep the Redmen where they can't just keep crashing and closing down the holes, they have to respect that outside passing game or the outside lanes. That should help them.
Yeah, let's see, as they... Going to say third down and short here.
Yeah.
But you're right. If they don't have to pass a lot, just a little bit here and there. Like you said, just to keep that defense honest and not have to crowd the box every time.
I'm not sure how tall the Redmen's defensive backs are, but you have Miller, as a wide tight end or wide out, and Miller goes about 6'2", maybe 6'3", so a big target for Ford.
Most of them, I think Tarek Kelch is listed at 5'11". Let's see. It just depends on which side of the field he's on and who's covering him, I think.
Quick snap. They had the ball right up the middle. I believe that was Rodriguez. He dives inside right about to the 35 and should have an easy first down for the Panthers.
So, first and 10 here. And sometimes it's just those a couple yards is all you need to keep the drive going. And this is good for the Panthers offense. As you said, kind of struggled last week. Now they put a couple, the first drive, they got a first down in that one. Now a first down here on this drive.
Let's see if they can keep the momentum going here as now, again, they go to 2 or 3 to the far side, split back. They hand the ball off. Ford keeps it on quarterback sweep, and he's going to push and lose leg drive up inside the 30 to maybe the 29 as gain of a little over 5, maybe 5.5 yards on the play by Ford.
Good tough run there by Joel Ford, showing some power on that one as he had a couple different Redmen defenders wrapped around him and he drug him still another 2-3 yards.
Play comes in from the sideline. Panthers 8:15 left to go here in quarter number 2, trailing Smith Center by the score of 16-0. Now this Panthers sent 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back behind Ford. Spreads about. Now Ford, keeper, makes one guy miss, dives ahead, cuts back, and he's down to inside the 20. So a nice run of about 9-10 yards on the play.
Right down to the 20-yard line for Ford as he broke the tackle of Luke Franklin right initially, and then Montgomery able to bring him down. But Joel Ford showing he's got those running skills. Last year I had to play wide receiver some, but this year getting that quarterback spot.
Panthers break the huddle. They send 1 wide out to the near side. Keep everybody else in tight. Slot to the near side. Ford takes the snap, pitches it back to Johnson. Johnson trying to run for the corner, cuts back in, dives ahead, lowers it, and gets down to about the 15, 16-yard line, maybe. Flag on the play, though.
see what the flag is all about. Is Bentley Montgomery the first Redmen to hit Johnson that time? Long discussion here to decide what the flag is all about.
Personal foul on Smith Center.
All right. The second penalty of the game on the Redmen, but where it's at should be half the distance to the goal probably.
Ball was at the 16.
Keep it up!
About the 9.5, 8.5, so not half the distance, but it will be first and goal to go for the Panthers.
So,
Panthers go back to the wishbone formation. Again, Ford looks over the defense, waits for the snap, gets it, hands it off. He's trying to bootleg it to the far side. He's got some corner, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. And Joel Ford from about 8.5 yards out, quarterback sweep, and the Panthers are on the board here in the second quarter with 7:14 left to go. Now makes it 16-6 in favor of the Redmen. Now, since Smith Center went for 2, I suppose the Panthers will go for 2 because the Panthers do have a place kicker in Rodriguez who made his one attempt last week, but they line up to go for 2. Again, they stay in the wishbone. Ford sets him down, takes it, wants to hand off to Johnson. Johnson lowered his hand. I don't think he's going to get there. Nope. But that's a big boost for the Panthers as they are able to get a touchdown on their second possession.
So with 7:14 left to play here in this first half, the Redmen lead 16-6. We'll be back with more right after this as you're listening to MCL Football on KK and KQMA.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
And welcome back to Panthers Stadium. The Panthers just scoring here with 7:14 left to go, 16-6, the Redmen lead. Some other updates for you. Looks like Beloit's up on southeast of Saline, 6-0. Hayes is on top of Great Bend, 28-0. Hoxie up on La Crosse, 6-0. Hill City, Ness City, 7 turnovers in their first quarter, and it's a 7-6 ball game. Hill City on top. Plainville up on Oakley last we knew, 7-6 in the second quarter of that one. As Montgomery picks it up at the 21, he's up to the 25, tries to find an opening, and he's going to be spun down right at the 25-yard line.
Thought the ball came out, but the way the Panthers reacted, but Montgomery did a good job holding on to that.
So 7:09 left to go here in this first half, and the Redmen will start this drive at their own 25-yard line. As that first drive, the typical Redmen drive, a long methodical drive. The second drive, 4 plays and a touchdown. A long run, the longest run for the Redmen so far this season. As here comes their third drive of the ball game. They go right to left on your radio dial. Kelch split out to the right. Lehman the tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind Yeager. There's the snap. They hand this one off to Franklin. Franklin going to be stood up after a gain of maybe 2.
Yep, Keaton along with Jeremy Ford doing a good job. Burrish also in there as the Panthers defense trying to find a way to get the Redmond offense off the field.
Looks like a quick update for you from that Plainville game. The Cardinals just scored 14-6 with 7:57 left to go in their second quarter. So looks like maybe we're just a little bit ahead, about a minute ahead of them game-wise. Looks like a second down and 8 for the Redmen. Wishbone set behind Yeager. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff and going to have a flag on the play.
As Keaton jumped the line, I don't know if he was offsides or not, but he jumped over and really busted that play up. That's 57. That's Seth Keaton.
Can you jump the line?
If you time it right.
That's true. I think you just can't propel yourself off of somebody else. We'll see what the flag is all about here. And they are going to say no flag on the play. So Keaton apparently didn't touch anybody when he cleared the line, when he jumped over the line. I know it's a penalty if you use somebody to propel yourself over, but he just cleared it all by himself. So there you go.
There's that aggressiveness for the freshman.
Third down here for the Redmen. They did pick up about a yard, so third down and 7. Ball at about the 29. Call it third down and long 6, short 7 here. As Kelch split out to the right. Blaming the tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind Yeager. It's Franklin, Montgomery, and Kirchhoff. There's a snap from Cade Sass. They're going to hand this one off. No, Yeager keeps himself around the right side. He breaks one tackle, gets around 2 more, spin move. He's dragging Panthers across midfield and into Panther territory down to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Panthers had it stopped at the initial point, but Yeager just made a great run, kept turning it, and then broke open to the open field.
So they had him at third and long, but now it's first and 10 inside Panther territory. Ball at the 46-yard line. So 46-yard line is where the Redmen are here. They go right to left on your radio dial. Robbie has confirmed that you have to clear the line. You can't touch anybody. If he's gonna have comments, he should have just been here.
Yeah, well, scary that he's listening.
He's critiquing us now. Hand off it to Montgomery, and he's going to be stuck about a 2-yard gain, but nice job there by the Panther defense.
Again, looks like getting off the bottom of the pile. Ford is right there. Joel Johnson gets up, and on top was Seth Keaton again.
So we'll call it gain of 2 on the play, second down and 8. Ball at the Panther 44-yard line, 4:52 left to go here in the first half. Smith Center leads 16-6. Kelch going to trot out. He's going to be split out to the right. Layman the tight end on the left side. Yeager the quarterback. He has the wishbone behind him. It is Franklin, Kirchhoff, and Montgomery. There's a snap from Sass. They're going to hand this one off to Franklin right up the middle, and he's going to gain a few on the play.
Yeah, that left side of the defense doing a better job as they react to it. That's Miller getting up along with the Hughes on the tackle.
Going to bring up third down and about 5. Ball close to the 41-yard line. 4:10 and counting left to go here in this first half. 16-6. Smith Center leads at Phillipsburg as Yeager breaks the huddle. Kelch split out to the right. Davian the tight end on the left side. Kirchhoff, Montgomery the running backs. Franklin the fullback as Yeager awaits a snap from his center, Cade Sass. There is a snap. They're going to hand this one off. No, Yeager keeps it himself, follows Franklin through the hole. Going to pick up a few on the play and then going to be pushed backwards.
Yeah, he got the initial lunge, following the fullback right through the hole, and he picks up about 3. So it's going to still be up a 4th, and let's call it 3 for Smith Center.
Looks like they're going to spot him about the 38-yard line. He needs the 30. In between the 35 and 30, about the 35.5-yard line for a first down. So see what Coach Sass and that offense has drawn up here with 3:15 and counting left to go in this first half. It is 16-6. Smith Center leads, but a big 4th down play here. Kelch split out to the right. Layman the tight end on the left side, and now a timeout going to be called As Coach Sass calls a timeout, they want to talk things over here to make sure they have the right play drawn up for this fourth down. So we're going to take a timeout with them as you're listening to MCL Football on KKN and KQMA.
Area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
For his offense. It's like here comes that line. Lehman, tight end on the left side. It is Hair-Snape, Sass, McKenzie, and Tassell, the line. Couch split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager. That's Franklin, Kirchhoff, and Montgomery. The Redmen go right to left on your radio dial. Fourth down and a long two here as they fake the handoff to Montgomery. Yeager keeps it around the left side. He picks up the first down, and not a whole lot more, but enough for the first down.
Yeah, Rodriguez had him in the backfield, shot the gap, but he just kind of threw him off to the side, tried to arm tackle instead of driving through him. So the drive continues for Smith Center.
Quick update for you. Plainville forced a punt, and Anders Dewey took it 65 yards to the house. So Plainville starting to open things up on Oakley. They now lead 21-6 in that ball game. So 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Ball at the Panther 34-yard line. 2:35 and counting left to go here in the first half. The Redmen lead by 10, 16-6. Yeager sets the offense up here. Wishbone set behind him with Kelch split out to the right. There's the snap. They hand it off to Franklin. He tries to find a hole, gets across the 30. Gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, he did just a good job following a hole that was opened up just for a brief. And the Panthers, Hughes and Miller, said stop him, but not till you say he got 5 yards.
So, 2nd and 5 here for the Redmen. Dabian goes out. Lehman brings the play back in. We have 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Smith Center leads by 10. 16-6 as Kelch split out to the right. Lehman the tight end on the left side. Kirchhoff, Franklin, Montgomery, the wishbone set behind Yeager. There's a snap from Sass. Yeager keeps this one himself around the right side. He has the first down, breaks one tackle, stood up at right about the first down marker. So it'll be interesting to see where they spot this, but he's right at that first down marker.
I think he got enough to get it.
And they are going to give him the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Ball at the 23-yard line. Redmen quickly back on the ball. Dabian the tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind Yeager. There's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Montgomery. He goes off the left side, breaks it to the outside. I think it'll be brought down, but not until he gets up to about the 16-yard line.
Yep. Keaton. But again, it's a gain of about 6 on the play, Jess.
I don't know what the school record is for tackles in a season or in a career, but Seth Keaton might come close to it by the time he's all said and done.
Probably Mr. Gower.
Oh, I'm sure. As the Redmen snap it, they hand this one off to Kirchhoff. He gets to the outside on the right side, cuts back, breaks one tackle, and finally brought down inside the 5-yard line.
Panthers are giving up that edge too much now as Smith Center starting to exploit that edge after pounding it inside. Panthers need their defensive ends to widen down a little bit.
First and goal for the Redmen, ball at the 2-yard line. See what the Redmen have in store here. Most of the time it goes to Luke Franklin right up the middle. We'll see if he gets a second red zone carry here. And he does cross the goal line, and touchdown Redmen. Luke Franklin from 2 yards out, and at 29 seconds left to go, it's going to put the Redmen up 22-6.
Yeah, that was a crucial drive. The Panthers defense really needed to stop the Redmen going in here before halftime. So now there's going to have to be a regrouping at halftime by the Panthers to see if they can come up with some more offense to get back into this ball game.
12 plays and 75 yards that time for the Redmen. As they await the call for the 2-point conversion here. Luke Franklin with his second touchdown of the ball game. There's the snap. Yeager rolls out to the right, looks to pass, goes into the flats, and through Montgomery's hands. 2-point conversion, no good.
So the Panthers get a break on that one, so the score remains 22-6, which is 29 seconds to go here in the first half of action.
We'll be back with the rest of this first half right after this as you listen to MCL Football on KK and KQMA.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pockepier at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pockepier at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Panther Stadium. Jesse Ray alongside Jay Blair. 29 seconds left to go in the first half. Smith Center up 22-6. But the Panthers a little bit of time here. See if maybe some magic can happen here before halftime.
Yeah, I think the Panthers probably will see what kind of return they get out of this kickoff. Then you kind of decide there whether you're just going to go into halftime and readjust, or if you have a chance to maybe get some points. So big kickoff coming up here for the Panthers as they'll try to get back some yardage here.
As Kirchhoff gets set to kick off for the Redmen once again.
Ball's back to about the 8-yard line. Caught by Hadgen. Hadgen looking for some running room. Goes to the inside, and now it's just bounced out of bounds at about the 32, 33-yard line.
Mason Tassell on the tackle for the Redmen.
First down and 10, Phillipsburg.
So from that point, Jess, I don't know if you'll, I guess might as well try something.
You never know.
As long as you don't get too risky at throwing an interception or, turn the ball over. You don't want to give Smith Center any extra opportunities, that's for sure. Panthers send one wide out to each side. Quarterback is still in the shotgun. Before he goes back, is going to throw. Throws the ball out of the flat. Caught on the far side, now coming back in, makes one guy miss, trying to get to the middle, and Blackburn gets all the way up to the 48, 49-yard line for the Panthers. So gave him about 15 yards on that pass play, but we have a flag.
There's a flag on the play.
Well, looks like holding on the Panthers.
So they get the big play, and then, of course, that penalty going to bring everything back. It is across the the first down marker, so not going to be behind the sticks any.
Yeah. Spot foul. So they'll put the ball
Block in the back.
block in the back, not a hold. So now put the ball just outside the 35-yard line. So
First down and
first and about, let's call it 8.
35-yard line.
14 seconds left to go here in this opening half. Again, Smith Center on top, 22-6. Panthers now call a timeout.
So we'll go ahead and take a timeout with them as we approach halftime here. But again, timeout on the field. We'll take one with them as you're listening to MCL football on KKN and KQMA.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
Side, slot goes out. Ford rolls the pocket out to the far side. Now he may just tuck and keep it, try to get out of bounds, and he does as he's pushed out of bounds. And we'll have 8 seconds left to go here in this first half of action. Short gain on the play, gain of about a yard, maybe.
Down in 7, ball to 36.
I don't know if you watch your quarterback running like that. He looks like he gets up a little slow, but play comes in from the sideline. First half's been a good first half. Smith Center's done some good things offensively. Panthers have not played terribly on defense. They've made Smith Center work for everything they've gotten here. Now, one wide out to each side. Ford goes back. Blitz comes up for Smith Center. Goes out to the inside. Now he's going to just have to tuck it in, turn up field. Cuts back inside and is bounced out of bounds at about the 44-yard line, but the clock has run out.
Keeper by number 9, Joel Ford. Brought down by number 10, Luke Franklin.
All right.
The first half.
Like you said, a pretty good first half for both teams so far. Right now, though, the Redmen lead the Panthers 22-6. We're sending it back to the station. We'll be back to wrap up the first half right after this as you're listening to MCL Football on KKN and KQMA.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
Good evening. Tonight the band, under the field command of Junior McKenna Russum, honors America by remembering the events of September 11th, 2001. 20 years ago, terrorists attacked our nation. That event united America. Many heroes answered the call to respond, such as firefighters, police, EMTs, and others. Our first selection, Summon the Heroes, was written to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the modern Olympic Games. Over the summer, our Olympic heroes have competed in Tokyo. We also honor the many heroes of the COVID pandemic. Feel free to sing along and show your American pride during the second selection, God Bless the USA. Thank you to all our heroes, national and on the home front, servicemen, EMTs, teachers, nurses, doctors, business people, and countless others who serve valiantly and without hesitation. close tonight's performance, let's stand and show our support for all the students and athletes here at PHS. Let's cheer on the Panthers of Phillipsburg High.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
Panther Stadium. Jesse Ray alongside Jay Blair as we get set for the second half. A quick update for you on that Hayes game. Hayes leads 51-0 at the half. They have 7 possessions, 7 touchdowns, and a safety. Great Bend has 10 yards of offense and 327 for Hayes. And Jaron Kamek, he's going already committed to Clemson. He's 6-9 passing for 83 yards and 3 touchdowns, 118 yards rushing and a touchdown. So Hayes has been stacked the last few years. So it's starting to show now with a couple Division I guys on their team.
Panthers will get the ball to start this second half. Looks like everybody trying to get into positions. Their officials are in their spots. Clock is set at 12 minutes. Smith Center breaks the huddle and gets ready to kick off.
Jacob Kirchhoff again kicking off here for the Redmen. Now that the suns went down, it's not too bad out.
Looks like Boone and Hatchet back for the Panthers. Kick comes down. It'll be caught by Boone on the far side, the 5, 10. Looking for a little running room. 20, 25, cuts back, gets great, and moves up to about the 26-yard line where he's put down there. So we'll see if the Panthers can come out with a little, open up the offense a little bit. They've got to do something to try to get back in this ball game. This first series of plays for the offense is really going to be a big deal.
Yeah, they've shown that they can throw the ball a little bit. Joel Ford's able to find his open receivers and able to scramble when he's not able to find anybody open. So see if they try to pass maybe a couple more times here in the second half.
They started in the wishbone. Ford sets him down, looks over the defense, takes the ball, hands off to the second back through. That's Hatchet. Hatchet's running hard, lowers his head, gets up over the 30 to about the 31.5, maybe the 32-yard line.
Montgomery, the first one to hit him.
So let's call it a gain of about 4.5 on the play. Just underway here from Panther Stadium, second half. 11:30 to go here in quarter number 3. Quarterback Blackbird takes the ball, hands it off right up the middle. Running back, running hard. Gets it up close to about the 45 as that's Rodriguez.
Rodriguez on the carry.
The carry. Joel Ford still trying to get his shoe on the sideline.
Looks like Cassell and Kirchhoff in on the tackle for the Redmen. Looks like he's got that shoe back on now, so I'm sure he'll be back in the next play.
Blackbird stays in at quarterback. Again, they said 2 to each side. One back, now they take the ball, hand it off to second back, breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, drags people down, and he's all the way down to the Redmen 40, close to about the 45-yard line by Rodriguez.
But there is some dirty laundry over on the far side, so instead of a first down, going to be coming back.
Clear on the far side, too. Going to be right about at the 50, so it's going to move the ball back just inside the 40. So it will be first and maybe second and 10. So the Panthers do a good job running it. They have to give it back. Now Ford's back in. Everybody in tight except one wide out to the near side. Panthers pitch the ball. Cuts back inside. That's Johnson. Johnson lowers his head. Dives close to the 44-yard line of the Panthers.
Luke Franklin and a Bentley Montgomery there.
So a gain of about 5 on the play. As third, let's call it a long 5 for the Panthers, headed toward the 10-minute mark here in quarter number 3. Again, the Panthers spread 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ford. Late. Takes the ball, now cuts back upside, wants to run, and this time they corral him pretty good. He gets ahead for a gain of about 2, maybe. That's about it. And it's going to be a 4th down for the Panthers.
Looks like Colton Hairsnape in on the tackle for the Redmen. So they got some momentum going, but a penalty pushing them back again instead of that 1st and 10 inside Redmen territory. Now they're here's a 4th down, still on their side of the 50.
4th and 3. Panthers rolled the dice a couple times in the first half. Were successful once and unsuccessful another time. Panthers stay in the wishbone. Ford sets the team down. Takes the ball. Hands off to Hatchet. Hatchet runs low, lowers his head. gets the first down as he's up to about the 48-yard line of Smith Center.
So second first down of the drive for the Panthers. So starting to get something put together here, it looks like.
So Panthers back into Smith Center territory. First and 10 from the Smith Center 47.5-yard line. Just under 9 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Panthers again trailing at 22-6. Now they bring everybody in tight except for one wide out to the far side. Panthers take the ball, throw the ball out in the flat. It's caught by the flanker Johnson. Johnson makes one move, gets ahead, bounced out of bounds. Looks like he's ahead for a gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards, depending on the spot.
So there you go. Again, they're not going to pass very often, but just enough to keep the defense honest. And those quick passes are working really good for this Panther offense so far.
Let's call it second and short 3, long 2. Again, the Panthers break the huddle. This time they stay in the wishbone. This time everybody in tight. Ford looks over the defense, takes the ball, and falls down. And he goes down, so they were going to try a deep pass, and it just blew up.
Really, you think about it, that's about only the second really negative play that the Panther offense has had tonight. They had that fumble early in the first drive, and then this one right here. So far, the Panther offense has been moving most of the time in the right direction. It's been a couple penalties that have pushed them back.
So that makes it 3rd and 7 now for the Panthers. Again, they send one wide out to each side. Ford has one back behind him. Takes the ball, hands it off to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez plows through for a couple.
And Rodriguez on the carry.
Going to bring up 4th, and let's call it 5 for the Panthers.
Brings up 4th down and 5, ball at the 42-yard line.
See what the Panthers want to do with here. Coach Fiskus will set the play in.
Looks like Miller is bringing a play in, so it'll be interesting to see what they have drawn up here.
If they're in the wishbone, I think they'll go for it. If they could break that and don't go, now they're in the partial wishbone. One wide out to the near side. Panthers do go for it. They pitch the ball out to the flat. Smith Center stringing it out, and Panthers going to come up short. So Johnson on the carry, getting about 3, but needed 5. So the ball will go over on downs to Smith Center.
7:16 left to go here in this third quarter. Ball going to be at the 41-yard line of the Redmen.
So the Panthers call their defense to come through again.
The defense has been playing pretty darn well so far. Yeah, there's 22 points on the board, but one big play, and then at some point that bend don't break mentality comes to effect. But that Redmond offense has just taken so much time off the clock. As Yeager going to hand this one off to Montgomery around the left side. Cuts back close to the 49-yard line, but there is going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah, one of the Redmond's backs tackled Rodriguez as he was right there to make the tackle.
Brought down by number 9, Joel Ford. There's a flag on the play.
Just the third penalty of the ball game for the Redmen. So holding on the Redmen, going to push them back. So instead of second down and about 2, it's going to be first down and forever now as the ball all the way back at the 32-yard line. They need right at the 50-yard line to pick up the first down. So first down and along 17 short 18 here.
So now the Panther defense has to capitalize on that, Jess, as they've got Smith Center pushed back. You can't give up the big plays.
Couch split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager. That's Montgomery, Kirchhoff, and Franklin. Dabian tight end on the left side. There's a snap. Yeager rolls out to his right, looking to throw. Goes over the middle to Kelch and over everybody's head. First pass attempt of the ball game for the Redmen goes incomplete.
Good coverage on the Panthers that time as Blackburn was right back there with him. He actually had a better chance to catch the ball than the receiver.
So to bring up second down and 17 for the Redmen. Ball again at the 33-yard line. 6:43 left to go here in the third quarter. Smith Center still leads 22-6. As that Coach Sass brings a couple players in to bring the play in. Davian, the tight end, on the left side. Kelch, split out to the right. Franklin, Montgomery, Kirchhoff, the wishbone set behind Yeager. Second down and long for the Redmen. As they run the counter play with Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff finds a hole, breaks one tackle, and then drags another couple to the 45-yard line. So a great run by Jay Kirchhoff to get the Redmen back to third down and manageable.
Well, that time it's a good thing they ran the counter because Seth Keaton just leveled the big fullback for Smith Center. If he would have had the ball, it would have been about a 4-yard loss.
So third down and about 5 for the Redmen. 6:14 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. 22-6. Smith Center leads at Phillipsburg here at Panther Stadium. Wishbone set behind Yeager as Kelch split out to the right. Lehman tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind Yeager. There's a snap from Cade Sass. They run the counter play with Kirchhoff again. It worked the first time. It's going to work again as he gets the first down and then more. He breaks 2 tackles as he's dragging Panthers out of bounds, almost out of bounds, all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Ball came out, but it was way after the whistle.
Kirchhoff on the carry. Looks like he's brought down number 13.
So, first and 10 for the Redmen after the 2 big runs by Jacob Kirchhoff. So when they needed him most, the senior running back coming up big for his team here. 2 big runs on that one as it was first down and forever. First down and 17. Second down and 17. And then Kirchhoff 2 big runs later. Now it's first and 10 from the Panther 40 for the Redmen.
He did limp off the field, though. And looking at his lower leg over there, Jess. So.
He, I believe, hyperextended his knee last week. Him and Sean Anderson of Norton, 2 big guys hit each other, and Jacob kind of came down awkwardly last week, so hopefully everything's all right with him here in this one. As they're going to hand this one off to Franklin right up the middle, and he's going to dive forward for a gain of a couple.
Well, that middle linebacker, Keaton, just always up there at the line, just continually moving around, trying to get the Smith Center lineman to jump, but Smith Center doing a good job holding their positions there.
And bring up second down and 8 for the Redmen after the gain of 2. 4:50 and counting left to go here in this third quarter. Smith Center leads 22-6. Quick update for you. 56-14 Thunder Ridge at halftime. Thunder Ridge returned to kickoff, and the Pike Valley answered right back with a kick return of their own. So 56-14 right now. Thunder Ridge on top of Pike Valley. Second down and 8 for the Redmen. They're going to hand this one off to Montgomery off the left side as he pulls his blockers through to the 34-yard line.
Flag comes coming in from the far side.
So let's see what the flag is all about here. It is going to be hold on the Redmen.
Holding against Smith Center.
4th penalty of the ball game on the Redmen. And I'll push them back here as that was right close to the line that where they downed them at, but going to push them all the way back now to the 47-yard line. They need the 30, so another second down and 17 here for the Redmen.
Panthers need to get a stop here. Clock is at under 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. Still 22-6. Smith Center on top.
Yeager breaks the huddle with Kelch split out to the right and Lehman the tight end on the left side. Davian in it running back for Kirchhoff. They're going to fake the handoff. Yeager breaks the tackle, then he's going to slip, stays on his feet. Now they're going to call him down. So good job there by that Panther defense as they were swarming in the backfield that time.
Yeah, there's a loss again on the play of several yards. Looks like about 4 or 5 yard loss.
So 4th down and 21 here for the Redmen, or 3rd down and 21 for the Redmen. Not too many plays you have drawn up for 3rd and 21, I don't think.
No, this is where the Panther defense can't relax because you saw Montgomery break a 49-yarder that first half for a touchdown.
Quick update, Plainville extends their lead again, 28-6 over Oakley, as this time Anders Dewey returns an interception for a touchdown. So 3rd down and 21, ball at their own 49-yard line. As Yeager going to follow those blockers around the left side. He gets up to the 45-40. Still on his feet, 35, so going to be close.
No chunk of it.
No flags on the play. Gets all the way back up to the 35, so 4th down and 5 after it was 3rd down and 21.
60-yard quarterback sweep. Panthers got tucked inside on defense, and Yeager did a good job of exposing it.
So it's like 4th down and a long 4 short 5 here for the Redmen as Lehman comes out. Looks like Kirchhoff is back in at the running back position, so Davian comes in at tight end for the Redmen. Good to see Jacob Kirchhoff back in there. Again, he was a little slow getting up after that first down run moments ago. For 4th and 5 here for the Redmen as they go right to left on your radio dial. There's the snap from Cade Sass. Yeager keeps it himself around the right side. Good seal block by Mason Tassell. He's got openings. It's Yeager off to the races. He's at the 10, the 5, the touchdown. It's a 35-yard touchdown run for Nathan Yeager with 3:02 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Smith Center now leads 28-6.
Panthers had him 2nd at 21, and they convert big play after big play and push it in for the touchdown. That's disheartening for the Panthers.
So a 35-yard run by the quarterback, Nathan Yeager. And the Redmen now go up 28-6. With 3:02 left to go in this 3rd quarter. That was a 8-play drive. It started at their own 41-yard line. As Yeager going to pass, and no good on the 2-point conversion. So 3:02 left to go in the 3rd. So Center's up 28-6. You're listening to MCL Football on KK and KQMA.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you.
4 drives, 4 touchdowns for the Smith Center Redmen. This time it was capped off by a 35-yard run by Nathan Yeager. 28-6 is the score. Smith Center leads Phillipsburg, but Phillipsburg was starting to get something. They're getting things going on offense, and then one play or a penalty. This last drive, it was first a penalty. They overcame the penalty, and then they ran into each other in the backfield, and that pretty well sealed the deal for that drive.
Yeah, I think this offense is still trying to find itself after you have the sides, come through and just do things so effortlessly, So it's going to be a thing that hopefully gets better as the season goes. But they are moving the ball somewhat against Smith Center's defense, which is encouraging because Plainville, they didn't move it very well at all.
And I think Smith Center held Norton under 100 yards total offense. So the wind must have picked up a little bit because it just knocked the ball off the tee. The flag moving at all over there?
Barely.
Let's see. I think Mark sent us an update on the weather just after halftime, and it was about 80-some degrees and like 54% humidity. So a short kick there as the Redmen tried to recover that one, but I think it went out of bounds over there on the far sideline.
So the Panthers catch a break there.
I don't think anybody was ready for that one.
I don't think so. I don't know if that was even Smith Center. Might have been just a missed kick, and they, went with it.
Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. 39-yard line.
So the Panthers will start 1st and 10 from about their own 39-yard line. Let's see if they get something going with 3:01 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Panthers have had some luck throwing the ball. Panthers send one wide out to the near side. Take the ball, they throw the ball out. Caught on the rip, he's at the 40. Makes dives ahead to about the 45. That's Hatchet as they run the back out of the backfield. Just hit him on the side there.
Yeager, the Redmen, to bring him down.
So pick up a good 5 yards. Let's call it second and a short 5 for the Panthers. Now the Panthers sent 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side, 1 back behind Ford. As Ford tucks it in, keeps it in, ducks, and comes up real close to that first down. We'll see where they spot the ball at.
Quarterback keeper by number 9, Joel Ford.
Looking down the line here, looks like they probably gave it to him. And there's the first down call.
That's good enough for a Panther.
So the Panthers pick up first down. Ball is right at about midfield. You can't get any closer to being right on the stripe. So the Panther drive will continue. Again, 28-6. Headed towards the 2:10 mark in the third quarter. Panthers with the ball. 2/3 of a shot. A wishbone. Man goes in motion. Takes the ball, hands it off on a delay. And Hatchet dives forward for a couple, as that was a slow developing play on the Panthers' part that time.
Jacob Kirchhoff comes in from the linebacker position. He read it well, but Hatchet was able to fall forward still and pick up a couple.
So now it brings up second, and let's call it a long 8 for the Panthers. They go back to the wishbone. Everybody in tight. Ford barks out the signals. Take the ball, hand off to second back through, and he's met right at the hole. Not much going there, as Johnson didn't even have a chance. He loses a couple.
Jacob Kirchhoff again coming in from that linebacker position. Read that one perfectly as he met Johnson in the backfield that time.
So third, and let's call it a very long 10 and a half for the Panthers, as they'd like to keep this drive alive going in here. And now we have a minute left to go in the third quarter. 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ford throws the ball out in the flat, and it goes incomplete.
Incomplete pass brings up 4th down.
Rushed to pass that a little bit, never had a chance. So now it's 4th down, and we might see our first punt of the ball game.
There was a Redmond defender there. He was the closest one to catching that ball because, like you said, just kind of had to rush that a little bit. But if he'd have taken even just a half a second longer, it was set up well over there on the far sideline. But unfortunately for the Panthers, that's just an incomplete pass.
So 4th down. Smith Center anticipating punt as they go back. Now they said 1 wide out to each side, and they are going to go for it. Ford back to throw. He better get rid of it. Flag comes down. He throws the ball in. It's caught to Rodriguez, and he's going to go in for a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play.
And unfortunately, the PA announcer had to let the Panther faithful know that there was a flag on the play.
Holding on Phillipsburg. 10-yard spot foul.
So instead of a 50-yard touchdown, now going to move him back 10 yards.
Yep. Yep, that'll be one that the Panthers will wish they had back. Now you definitely go into punt formation.
Because it's a spot foul too, and that hold came in the backfield, so it's not just 4th down and 20, it's 4th down and like 24, 23, 24.
Brings up 4th down and 24, ball at the 36-yard line.
So the Panthers send the play in. It's surprising Smith Center got beat deep that time. The Panthers said same formation, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Now Ford goes back into punt formation. Snap is back. Ford's punt, high, not very deep. Ball takes a bunt. Now it does take a nice Panther bounce, though, as it goes all the way down to about the 25-yard line. And I'd say 20 of it was on the roll.
I could hear the Smith Center sideline telling everybody to get away from it. Had one player over here close to the track trying to stay away from it. So just trying to make sure that it didn't take some weird bounce. Speaking of that, of a punt, you see the punt last night by the Buccaneers punter? It dropped down at the 2-yard line and then went out of bounds.
I missed that.
I think it was one of their first drives of the ball game, but will be on the film for all the rest of the punters ever. This is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. That's talent, how they get it inside the 5 a lot. And just have it just dribble out and stuff.
So timeout on the field, but we'll go ahead and keep this one here. Is getting close to the end of the half, or end of the quarter, and will be Smith Center ball. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So what looked like maybe a short punt for Joel Ford, like you said, took that Panther bounce and ended up kind of flipping the field, making the Redmen start at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, like I said, the Panthers, really disheartened about that nice pass from Ford, hit Rodriguez deep over the Smith Center secondary, and Rodriguez just had to shade off one guy that kind of dipped in his heels, and he was in for the touchdown. But that holding brought it all back.
So while we wait for both teams to come back out after the timeout, quick updates for you. The Hill City-Ness City game, 10 combined turnovers in the first half, and Hill City's up 21-6 at halftime. Tree goes up on Wichita County, 48-16. Southeast of Saline opening up on Beloit 30-6, and TMP Russell into the third tied at 10. So some quick updates for you from around the area as the Redmen take over. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns for the Redmen. This time they start their own 25-yard line at 1st and 10 with 32 seconds left to go in the third. There's the snap. They hand it off to Luke Franklin. He's going to go right up the middle. And gain of, looks like about 4 on the play.
Yeah, just straight up the middle. There's using that offensive line just to knock the defensive line back, and the fullback does a great job just right up the middle.
Looks like they're only going to give him about 3 on the play, so he got up to the 4-yard gain of 4, but his knees were down, a gain of 3, so it's going to be 2nd down and 7 when we come back to start the fourth quarter. Smith Center leads 28-6. You're listening to MCL football coverage on KK and KQMA.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Back to Panther Stadium. Jesse Ray alongside Jay Blair. 2nd down and 7 for the Redmen. Ball at the 29-yard line. We start the fourth quarter. Smith Center leads 28-6. 5th drive of the ball game for the Redmen here. As a Benji Carr into the ball game, he's going to be split out to the right. Montgomery, Franklin, and Kirchhoff, the wishbone set behind Yeager. Lehman, the tight end on the left side. Snap to Yeager. Going to hand this one off.
That right in the hole there, not much on that play. As the Panthers defense did a good job. It looks like Burrish along with the seams might have been in on defense there.
Gain of 1 brings up.
Gain of 1, 3rd down and short 6, long 5 here, as that was Jacob Kirchhoff on the carry of 1.
Panthers have not forced a Smith Center punt or turnover on downs.
4 drives, 4 touchdowns for the Redmen. As Carr split out to the right, wishbone set behind Kirchhoff again. Ball right at about the 30-yard line. Waits the snap from Cade Sass. There it is. Going to hand this one off. It is going back to Jacob Kirchhoff, but there's a flag on the play.
That flag was thrown by the backside judge. right into the pile, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here.
It is on the Redmen. So that'll push them back. It is holding on the Redmen.
Smith Center, 10-yard spot foul.
Fifth penalty of the ball game for the Redmen. Just under 50 yards of total penalty yards. As Owen Wagner into the ball game at right tackle now. Eli Franklin in at right guard. So a few changes here in the fourth quarter for the Redmen. Quick update for you, 62-14 Thunder Ridge, a big win over Pike Valley this evening. So Benji Carr split out to the right. Waving the tight end on the left side, Wishbone set behind Yeager. There's a snap. Yeager drops back to pass under pressure quickly as the Panther defense, big play there by the Panther defense.
Looked like right in there pretty soon, looked like maybe number 4, that's Russell on the tackle. He was the first of two or three guys there.
So the original line of scrimmage is about the 27-yard line, and now they got it 4th down and 1,000,000 back at the 10-yard line.
Does Smith Center have a punter?
Tarek Kelch punted once against Norton last week.
I was going to say, you had to think about it.
I did. He punted once last week.
So Hatchet back deep. Ford is the up man, waiting for the punt.
It's Kelch standing just in front of the goal line. Good snap. High punt, though. Finally going to roll dead at about the 30-yard line.
So the Panthers will be in possession there, 1st and 10. Their best operating starting position of the game by far.
Brings up 1st and 10 Phillipsburg, ball at the 29-yard line.
So, ball at the 29-yard line. So before that, their best starting field position was their own 39.
Much improvement there. So let's see if the Panthers can do anything with this opportunity. I say 9:48 to go here in the 4th. Panthers down by a good 3 scores. They sent 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ford with 1 back behind him. Takes the ball, looks for a little opening, has a block, cuts up the side, and is dropped, but he gets a nice gain of about 8 or 9 on the first play. Maybe we'll see where they spot it.
I thought there was a flag on the play. There's kids playing on the far side, and their ball is yellow. So I thought there was a flag on the play.
It's called a gain of about 7.5, maybe 8 yards. 2nd and 2 for the Panthers. Again, the Panthers go with the wishbone. Everybody else in tight. Ford waits for the snap, takes it, fakes it, wants to run to the outside. Now he wants to throw, throws the ball back over across, and it's dropped in the end zone, as Blackbird could not come up with it. So now it's 3rd down for the Panthers. 3rd and still 2 for Phillipsburg.
So again, the Panthers receivers able to get behind this Redmond secondary. Unfortunately for them this time, just couldn't quite come up with the pass.
So 3rd and let's call it a long 2 for the Panthers. They need to keep this drive. I'm sure this is probably 4 down territory. As now the Panthers go back to the wishbone. Everybody in tight. Ford again. Sets him down. Takes the ball, hands it off to first back Johnson. He doesn't get anything. So, big 4th down for the Panthers. If they would like to get another chance to score here, they've got to come up with something.
Looks like Wilkinson in on the tackle for the Redmen. A whole host of Redmen there, but it looked like he was the last one to come off the pile, so we'll give him credit.
Clock continues to run. We're headed towards 8:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. Again, it's 28-6. Smith Center on top. And now we have an official timeout for one of the Smith Center players. Looks like equipment maybe or something.
I thought I heard him say something about equipment, so.
Well, Smith Center will bring in a player.
Tice McKenzie goes out. Coy Hairsnape comes in.
So the Panthers 4th, let's call it 3.5, 4 yards. They said 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Ford takes it, looks around, and runs right up the middle, and he's inside the 15, so he picks up the first down on a quarterback draw.
Fourth rushing first down of the half for the Panthers. 2 of 3 here in the second half on fourth down, so moving the ball fairly well.
Panthers would like to score here. Trying to get back into this one. Ball is just inside the 15 at the 14. Panthers send one wide out to the far side. Partial wishbone. Now back comes in motion. They take the ball. Hand the ball off to the first back through. He breaks one tackle. Lowers his head. He's close to about the 10. Looks like the ball might have come out, but I think the Panthers got back on it.
Trace Hanson on the carry. Need about 4, brings up second down, long 6.
Yeah, we have a Panther down, looks like.
So, injury on the field. We'll go ahead and take a timeout here, and I'll be back with more of the fourth quarter right after this. You're listening to MCL Football on KKN and KQMA.
For watching PTV Sports, this broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
The offensive lineman stuff, so they're looking at some of his equipment. I don't know. Might have broke or maybe cut him or something, but we'll have to see what the Panthers do as they come out of the huddle. 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Because I think they are wiping some blood off of Ford, so maybe a face mask kind of given away and cut him or something, or got scratched or something, but we'll have to wait and see. Panthers break the huddle now. They send one wide out to each side. They go back to the flex mode, one back behind Ford. Joel sends a man in motion. That's Hatchet. Hatchet now throws the ball into the end zone. Touchdown for Blackbird. Well, and now Panthers get the score. Well, the Smith Center Redmen players took his helmet off. 66, I don't know what he was doing, but now he's going out, I believe. So, Panthers score, make it 28-12, 7:37 left to go. Panthers get on the board again. Now the Panthers break the huddle, going for 2. They send one wide out to the near, 2 to the far. And we'll see what Ford wants to do with this low snap. Ball is down, never even has a chance as the ball was rolled back to him. So the 2-point conversion is no good. And so the score will remain. Smith Center 28, the Panthers 12. We're back after this timeout as you're listening to MCL Football here on KQMA.
And welcome back on this Friday evening. A squib kick here by the Panthers goes out of bounds as trying to do a little onside kick, maybe catch the Redmen sleeping and regain the possession of the football, but instead it goes out of bounds.
You got to try something to get the ball back, because if you give it to Smith Center, it could be an easy, 5-6 minute drive and pretty much milk the clock out.
See, looks like Coach Sass is
take the ball where it's at, I think.
Looks like going to spot it right at the 40-yard line.
First down and 10, Smith Center.
So first and 10 from their own 40 with 7:37 left to go in this ball game. The Redmen up 28-12.
Panthers did get a stop, though, on the last series of plays, so that's encouraging for the defense.
See what the Redmen can put together here. As Yeager has Kelch split out to the right. Can hand this one off to Kirchhoff. He goes right off the right side, 50-45, cuts back up to the 40-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, he made a nice cut off the block, but I think the block was holding.
Sixth penalty of the game on the Redmen. Looks like we have a final in from Plainville. The Cardinals beat the Plainsmen 35-6. Anders Dewey with a big, that's the end of the third. End of the third, 35-6. So Anders Dewey so far had a big game. I saw, I think he has a receiving touchdown or receiving or rushing touchdown. He has an interception for a touchdown. He's got a kick return for a touchdown or punt return for a touchdown. So
it's going to be a good game. It's just there in Plainville.
Yeah.
Plainville's big.
That's a couple weeks away yet. So after the penalty, going to replay first down here for the Redmen. First and about 18. Ball back at the 32-yard line. Yeager awaits the snap. There's the snap. Going to hand this one off to Kirchhoff again. He's met right at the line of scrimmage.
Host Panthers in there, Johnson along with Keaton, along with Hatchett. So a good job that time by the linebacking core, defensive ends for the Panthers.
Call a gain of 1, third down now, and about 17.
24 coming into the ball game for the Panthers. That is Caden Hudson, a 5'8", 162 freshman. He's been in and out. I just hadn't got a chance to say.
Let's see. Kelch going to be split out to the right. Tight end on the left side is Lehman. Franklin, the fullback. Kirchhoff and Montgomery, the running backs. Second down and 17 for the Redmen. Yeager awaits the snap from Cade Sass. There is the snap. They're going to run it off the left side with Montgomery. And he's going to get through the hole, pick up a few on the play.
Good pursuit that time by the Panther defense as Burrish gets up, along with Rodriguez on the tie. So the Panthers call a timeout just to try to preserve some time here.
As the defense is holding pretty well. 28-12 the score, 6:12 left to go in the ball game. We'll be back with more right after this as you're listening to MCL Football on KKN and KQMA.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pockepier at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium. Jesse Ray alongside Jay Blair. Third down and let's call it 12 for the Redmen. Ball at their own 38-yard line. 6:12 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Smith Center leads Phillipsburg 28-12. So third down and long. As let's see, it looks like Davian, the tight end on the left side. Kelch split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager. That's Franklin along with Montgomery and Kirchhoff. There's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Montgomery off the left side. He's got a first down and more. He's at the 45-40. One man to beat 30. 25-20. Can Jesse Blackburn run him down? No, he cannot. Another big run for Bentley Montgomery, this time from 61 yards out. And Bentley Montgomery, his second big touchdown of the ball game, puts the Redmen up with 6:01 left to go in the ball game.
Panthers had him. He got the first down, but there was two Panthers that should have made the tackle easily. And he just, nice run by Smith Center, as he just kept his legs moving, and Panthers just did a poor job tackling.
So Montgomery has a 49-yard touchdown run and now a 61-yard touchdown run, and it's put the Redmen up 34-12. See what the Redmen decide to do here in the fourth quarter. 6:01 left to go. 3 plays for the Redmen that drive. As they hand it off to Franklin, he's going to get the 2-point conversion. So that makes it 36-12. Redmen lead with a 6:01 left to go here in the fourth quarter. You're listening to MCL Football on KKN and KQMA.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium on this Friday evening. Jesse Ray alongside Jay Blair. 6 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Smith Center up 36-12 after a 61-yard run by Bentley Montgomery. Put the Redmen on the board for the first time here in this fourth quarter. As again, the Redmen behind the sticks, but another big run when they're down or behind the sticks. A big run. Is the difference here again. I
don't know if the Panthers are just relaxing, thinking that they've got them in second, third, fourth long, and they just give up those big plays, 35, 49, and 61 yards. Cannot win games that way.
As Kirchhoff getting ready to kick. Again, the ball falls off the tee here, but looks like got it reset. So now we're ready to go as he kicks left to right on your radio dial.
Ball coming down, looks like Moon comes over, gets it at the 15, 20, looks for a little running room, and is bounced out of bounds at that spot, probably about the 25, maybe 26-yard line.
Nathan Yeager with the big hit on the sideline to bring Moon down.
So the Panthers will start, 5:56 left to go, trailing 36-12. But did have some success, on their last drive as they moved the ball and did get the touchdown. And let's see what they can do with this possession. They said 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Forward again, back in the shotgun. Low snap, throws the ball, and it's almost intercepted, then tipped around, caught by one of the Panthers, but Ford's got to look to see where those defensive backs are, because that was a pick six written all over it.
There were 2 Redmen defenders there that time. Not sure which ones it was, but they came flying, and they read that one perfectly. But luckily for Ford, it tipped right into his receiver's hands.
So now the way to counter that is a pump fake. But you got to get the snap back there. The ball rolled back to him through the whole timing of that play off. So the Panthers sent 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Again, 1 back behind Ford. Ford wants to throw it. Looking. Takes some time. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Cuts it back up against the grade. And he's still on his feet. Picks up the first down. And he's up over the 40. Looks like there's got enough for a first down. No flags on the play. So a good decision that time by for Joel. Tucked it in running when he didn't see what he liked.
Showed good patience that time. He waited to see if his wide receivers could get open, and then all of a sudden a hole just opened up that he couldn't pass up.
Again, 2 to the near, 1 to the far for the Panthers. Slot to the near side. Now just the quarterback draws forward right up the middle. Is hit. Falls forward to about the 47-yard line. So there's going to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
As Yeager brings him down.
Quarterback to quarterback. Clock continues to move. It's under 4:30 to go here in the ball game. Again, Smith Center up 36-12. Panthers now. One wide out to the far side. Ball's headed off to the first back through, and he doesn't get much. Moves the pile ahead. And it's a gain of about 1 or 2 on the play.
Eli Franklin in on the tackle that time, it looked like.
So third, let's call it 3 for the Panthers as we're headed under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Again, Smith Center with a comfortable 24-point lead here. Panthers break the huddle. Send one wide out to each side. Flex mode, Johnson goes in motion, takes it now, they hand the ball off to Johnson, hits the hole hard, still running, he's up over, and now we have a flag on the play, looks like.
And it is holding on the Panthers.
So that'll wipe out the nice run.
Just the 4th penalty on the Panthers, though, in this ball game, but they've been timely. You mentioned it last week, timely penalties. Again, timely penalties here in this one.
Yeah, when you don't have much offense, you can't kill yourself with the penalty when you get stuff going.
Brings up 3rd down and 9, well, 22-yard line.
So 3rd and 9 now, big play here for the Panthers. Play comes in from the sideline. See what the Panthers coaching staff wants to do here. 3:26 and counting. Panthers now send one wide out to each side. Man comes in motion. They fake the ball. Ford goes around the end. Try to make one guy miss. Should have thrown the ball. And he gets tackled for a short gain.
Benji Carr over on the far side with the tackle.
So gain of about 3 on the play. Let's make it 4th. And a good 6 for the Panthers. Panthers probably will go for it. 2:45 and counting here in quarter number 4. Again, 36-12. Smith Center on top.
Quick update for you from Plainville. Plainville up 37-6, and 8:35 left to go in that ball game. Kyle Warner forced a safety.
So the Panthers send 2 to the far, 2 to the near. Ford drops back, throws the ball quick and high over Blackbird's head, and that will turn the ball over on downs.
So, the Redmen will take over inside Panther territory. With 2:25 left to go in this ball game. This will be the 7th possession of the game for the Redmen. 1st and 10 from the Panther 44. First time the Redmen have started inside Panther territory in this ball game, so their best starting field position. See what Coach Sass has drawn up here. There's a few different people in there on the offensive line. See 75 in there. That's Lane Campbell. He's a 6'2", 200-pound sophomore. He's at right tackle right now. At wide receiver is Trace Billinger.
Panther defense gets the ball carried. Short gain at that time. As you got, I think, a whole new backfield in there, Jess.
Got to figure out who everybody is.
8's the quarterback.
So, in a quarterback is Tegan McKenzie. I believe the ball carrier that time was 33. That's Kyler Elliott. Also in there now at fullback is Alex Wilkinson. Running backs are Jason Dabian and Benji Carr. So McKenzie gets the snap, hands this one off to Wilkinson. Wilkinson shows a little speed right up the middle. Gets a nice little gain here on 2nd down.
Looks like the middle of the Panther defense in on the tackle that time. Panthers also have some people in there. Siebes is in there. 35 looked like was in there. That's Hunter Sisson, another 5'7", 135-pound freshman. So both teams substituting here as the game has pretty much been decided. As you see Hughes and Burrish come out.
Ian Doan split out to the right, so it's hard for us to figure out everybody, but statistician over here isn't too happy about all the substitutions either. But it's nice to get these young guys in the ball games. As Alex Wilkinson again on the carry for the Redmen.
Gets it up for a first down. Nice run.
So first,
52, Jaden Mole coming in along with number 20 for the Panthers. That's Ryan Babcock, sophomore.
So we'll do our best to get everybody in here for you. It looks like on the line is Leonard Schlatter. Also the line looks like up there is Caden Weltmer. As McKenzie hands it off at this time to Benji Carr. Carr gets a big first down run as he's going to get it all the way down to close to the 15-yard line.
Another first down for the Panther, for the Redmen again.
See if we can catch the other lineman for you here for the Redmen. It looks like 58 is in there. That's Dylan Tassell. He's on the left side of the line. Also in there is number 50. That is Cole Morgan. As McKenzie awaits the snap, bobbled snap, they are able to corral it, are the Redmen. And then the Panthers able to stand him up right at the 15-yard line.
Clock is at 20 and counting. I don't know if the Redmen will run another play or not, or whether they'll just let the clock run. Looks like they may try another play.
Get these young guys a little bit more experience, I guess. There you go. So, see if they can get it in 5 seconds. As Tegan McKenzie gets the snap, they're going to hand this one off this time to Jason Dabian. He's hit quickly, breaks one tackle, and then he's going to fall forward inside to about the 8-yard line. And that is how the ball game ends, with the Redmen winning 36-12.
Both teams will go to the field and shake hands.
As a quick reminder, we'll try to get both coaches' interviews for you in the scoreboard show. No promises, but we'll do our best effort to get both of those in there during the scoreboard show this evening. So